Hey guys, welcome back. It's me Rajan Sharma, and guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you that how can we fetch the list of users who have seen your status. Okay, and also I will show you how to solve the errors of previous tutorial. Okay, status part 3, and also I will show you how can we show DP in the fragment 1 where we have chat list of users, okay, we are chatting with. And also how can you show the profile from message activity if you will click on the name of the username you are chatting with. Okay, so we are going to add these minor features, okay, in this tutorial, that because these are the features which enhances the user experience. Okay, so this is why I decided to add these features in this application. Okay, and in this part we will mainly focus on how to fetch the list of users who have seen your status. Fine guys, and in next part we will focus on reply functionality and blocking users, also with the time, that on which time they have seen it. Okay guys, so I hope you guys are liking this playlist. Okay, and my tutorials are helping you in learning Android development and firebase. Okay guys, and one more important thing, if you want a source code and you don't want to see the complete playlist, complete tutorials, long videos of 1 or 2 hours, you guys can simply join the membership. And in case you don't have a card, so you can use Google Pay, Phone Pay, UPI, PayPal. So many platforms are available for purchasing the source code. So without wasting time, let's start. So guys, it is just a quick tutorial about the errors that we are facing in the application Chat It after the third part. Okay, so it's a short video. So very first thing that here we need to do is, you can see that this is fragment 3 and we have the code of the status reference dot child uid. Okay, yeah. So guys, very first of all we will do is I will remove this snapshot code. Okay, and then you have to simply write for. So guys, after that you have to write is simply write data snapshot, and then simply write snapshot 1, then after that colon, and then here you have to write a snapshot, it should not be 1. Okay, then dot get children, and then simply starting and ending braces. Okay, so now inside this you have to simply write is image equals to snapshot 1, make sure. Okay, or let's see the values that we have derived, url uid timing. Fine. Okay guys, so here we will do is url uid and time. So simply write url, then dot simply child, and it is going to be image. Okay, then dot get value, and dot to string, semicolon. Same thing you have to do. So simply copy this line, and then here paste it, then here paste it. Okay, so now in the second part we will do is simply write time, and this one is going to be delete. Okay, and so make this one time, make this one delete, and make sure this value should be correct, otherwise it will create problem and data will not fetch. Okay, so now basically our yeah, after that you have to write as picasso dot get dot load url dot into, and simply write iv my status. Okay, and then after that tab to add status dot set text time, then after that iv my status dot set padding, and it should be 0 0 0 0. Okay, now coding part is almost done. Fine. So second change you have to do here in this show status. Okay, because guys, here we have given the text view inside a image view. Okay, so you have to give this the reply tv here in this text view. Okay, previously we were giving it here, we were declaring it as a image view variable, but it basically it is a text view variable, so just change it. Okay, otherwise it will create problem and your application will crash. Third change you have to do in this status vh. Okay, where you have to add this more line. Okay guys, and so guys, the very first thing that here we will do now is we will implement a download functionality feature. Okay, which we are adding here. So yeah, first of all you have to open the show status, and then you have to go inside the method where we are implementing the item clicks. Okay, and here you can see that we have this menu item. Click OK. So this time we'll work inside this download status view. So guys, this part is going to be, you can say, quite simple. So first of all, you have to write download manager, and then dot request, then request equals to download manager request, then after that URI, then dot parse, and after that image dot get pass counter. Okay, then semicolon. Now after that simply write request dot set allowed network types, and we will pass two types here. Simply download manager dot request dot network mobile. Okay, and then simply dash, and then again download manager dot request, and then dot Wi-Fi. So we will basically use two network types for downloading the image. Okay, and then request dot set title, and download semicolon. Okay, and request dot set description, then description is going to be downloading image. So guys, basically one thing we can do here is you may be thinking that we are only uploading image and this download functionality is kind of not making sense because we can take screenshot of the images. But later guys, if I will have time, so I will also add the video feature. Okay, so user will be able to upload videos as well, and so that's why I'm adding this download feature now. Okay, and then request dot allow scanned by media scanner, and simply after that set title, set description, allow scanned. Now notification visibility, we will work on it. Request dot set notification visibility, and this is going to be download manager dot visibility visible notify completed, and semicolon. Then after that request set destination external file directory, request dot set destination in external files directory. Okay, so we have to select external public directory, not file one. Then write environment, and then dot, then directory downloads, and then you can simply write is for passing the name you can say that caption dot get counter, and then plus system dot get current please, and I hope it's a good name. And then after that last thing, which is going to be download manager, and dot manager equals to bracket download manager load manager. Okay, and then here you have to write get application, then dot get system service, and here we will pass the context. Okay, simply write context dot download service, and here we have the download service, and semicolon, and then simply write manager dot enqueue pass request. So guys, this is a complete coding for downloading the image. Okay, and the video also. So you can write toast. Okay, and toast is going to be download, or you can say downloading same. Okay, so guys, basically now our coding part is complete for this downloading part. Okay, so this is how you can download the image if user will click on the download item. Okay guys, now I will close this on my new item click because our part is done. Okay, here, so now you have to simply open the show status, and everything is pretty fine here. Now I will open the bottom sheet where we are fetching the views and view count. Okay, so now guys, very first thing is after that, yeah, open the bottom view sheet, and here we have this. So guys, now you can see that we are using this very basic text view. Okay, and very basic layout. Nothing is very complicated. It is easy to create, easy to design. Okay, now First of all, we will use a layout, I mean recycler view for fetching the list of users who have seen your status. So simply write to recycler view, and that is going to be match parent. Height will be, I think 400 dp will be fine. Okay, then id is going to be rb view bs. So people will understand that it is rb stands for recycler view underscore view bs. So it will not create any kind of confusion, and in the starting you have to write id. Now it's okay. So guys, id is given, height width will be, visibility will be gone for now. Okay, later we will make it visible, no problem. And margin we should give is 4 dp, I think it's okay. And just make it visible for a minute so we can see its length. It's okay. Now you can give it gone. So guys, now we have created the recycler view, fine. After that part we will create a view model. Okay, so just for now you can close it, close this view bs. Fine, close this show status, close this status vh, close this status model, close this fragment 3, we don't need it now. So now what we need is we have to create a Java class, okay, because we will store the data of user who will see the status. So simply click on this and create a new Java class that is going to be view model, enter, and yeah. Now we will create 4 strings, which is going to be name, URL, time, name, URL, time, and then UID, the important one. Okay, so now we have this. After that, simply write public view model. Basically, it is an empty constructor which is required for real-time database. Okay, and in the last, you have to simply select all these strings. Then click on Alt plus Insert. Then select getter and setter. Then Control plus A, and then enter. Okay, now we have getter and setters. Simply cut this and paste it here. So now our view model class is created successfully. Now it's time to create the view holder class. Okay guys, so simply click on this again and go for this Java class and view vh. Okay, so simply write extends recycler view dot view holder, sorry, recycler view dot view holder. Then click on this red bulb, oops, enter. Now we have this. Okay, so after that guys, we will create a layout item file. So for that, what we will do is we have to simply open the status item. Okay, and simply copy this file code from here, and just a minute, let it initialize. After copying this code from here, you can simply do is click here and then paste it, and just make it view bs underscore item. Okay, so now we have view bs underscore item, and just wait a minute. Okay, now we have this. Fine guys, so now what we can do here is we will remove these extra card view from here because we don't need that yellow circle around the image view. Okay, so I will remove this extra card view. Yeah, so now we will, okay, so you can remove this src from here also. Okay guys, so fine. Now I will change the IDs. So the ID should be simply ib view bs underscore item. Okay, and then this one, this name one should be uh, name tv view bs. Okay, item, that's okay, name tv view bs item. And same thing here, that time tv view bs underscore item. And also I would like to add a color which should be and sorry, color, text color actually, Android darker gray. Okay, so now layout file is successfully created. Fine, so we have created the model class, static class, and the layout file. Now it's time to open the show status. All the code is need to be executed here. Okay, so let me close the coding. Yeah, so very first of all, open this here, and we need to increase two database references. Fine guys, one for simply, wait a minute, let me code inside it first. Okay, so I will simply write So here we need to declare the variables. First one is image view, okay, iv, then semicolon, then text view. So name tv, time tv, semicolon. Okay, now okay. So after that, guys, we need to create a method which will be public void and simply write set user semicolon. Okay, open this view model and simply copy this string from here, control plus c. Make sure the sequence should be same. Okay, yeah, that's why string, then string, then string. Oops. Okay, so now we have passed all the parameters. Okay, guys, so now name, url, time, uid, name, url, time, uid. Okay, one thing we need to increase, which should be application parameter, because it is required. Okay, right, application, then semicolon. Okay, guys, so now inside this we can proceed. Simply write iv. So iv enter equals to, sorry, item view dot find your id, r dot id dot iv view bs item semicolon, and then simply copy it. Okay, and then simply paste it here. This time you have to pass the name, which should be tv time, and time tv, and make it time tv view bs item. Okay, guys, then name tv equals to item view dot find your id, r dot id dot name tv status, name status itv item. Nope, it should be name tv view bs item. Yeah, make sure, guys, this id should be correct, otherwise you will face a lot of errors and you will not be able to implement the feature properly. Okay, and then you have to face problems, and I don't want you guys to face any problem. So just follow the steps very carefully. So after that, simply write tv name tv dot set text. It should be name, time tv dot set text should be time, and then Picasso library for fetching images, Picasso dot get dot load url dot into iv. Okay, so now our coding for this view bh class is successfully created, I mean complete. So now open this show status, guys. Okay, and here we need to increase two parameters, and those parameters should be, I mean, basically I'm trying to say we have to create two more database references, one for storing the user seen user list, okay, and one for fetching the user list. Okay, now basically we are doing the same thing, okay, but with different user IDs. Now I will explain it. So first reference will be seen user list. Okay, in this reference I will store the list of users who have seen your status. Fine. Second, we will create count view count ref. So basically this reference will fetch the number of views on your story, or you can say on your status. Okay, increase these two database references, and then after that, here you have to declare a class which should be view model, and then write view model semicolon. Okay, now open this on create method, and yeah, done. After that, simply here write view model equals to new view model. Okay, guys, semicolon. Now what we will do is just come here. Okay, fine. Now, guys, here you have to write, first of all, write scene user list. Okay, equals to database dot get reference, and this reference is going to be scene list. Okay, then dot child, and child will be user ID, because, guys, very basic thing, that we have to store the list of users inside the user ID of the user whose story we are watching. For example, I am user A. Okay, and I have uploaded a story. Now user B will open my story. Okay, so the data of user B should be stored inside my user ID, because user B is watching the story of my, means user A. Okay, that's why. But when we will try to fetch the view count, so we will use the current user ID. Okay, so now, guys, here this user ID is the ID of user A. Fine, and the current user ID is the ID of user B. So for this scene user list reference, you have to write scene list dot child user ID. Fine. Then for view count reference, you have to do database dot get reference, and it should be scene list dot child. It should be current user ID. I hope you guys are able to understand. Just don't get confused. Follow the steps that I'm doing, and everything will work. Don't worry. Okay, guys. So this is the reference. Okay, now after that reference part we need to create two methods. Okay, now first one will be here, simply write get count, get view count, okay, semicolon. Here get view count, and then click on this red bulb. We have created the method get view count. Now here in the else part we will create another method which is store scene user data, and here if you want you can pass user id, or we don't need it, so I will not create method. Okay, so now we have these two methods. Fine. So very first of all we will code inside this scene store user data. Okay, store scene user data. Simple, you can say whatever you want, just understand that we are storing the data. Okay, so now very first thing is we need the time. So for the day code of time we will simply copy it from here. Okay, and control plus c, then go back in this show status and close this id. So very first of all write this time. Okay, so now we have the time. After that guys, we will simply use handler, or you can say handler is not much required for now. Okay guys, see, I'm telling you one thing. If you will implement this tutorial without handler and you face that your app is crashing, then you should use handler and pass the timing of 2 seconds. Okay, delay this code for 2 seconds. Otherwise, in case if you face any error, otherwise I hope that you guys will not. Okay, so simply write view model, and view model dot set name, and it should be name. Okay, and just a minute, because I guess we are fetching the data of user, I mean current user. So just a minute, fetch user info. Here we are fetching that data. So you can do one thing is just remove this name URL. Okay, so just declare it as a public, I mean sorry, yeah, global variables. So just make it global. Now basically it is you can say private variable, that's why only you are able to use it inside this function. So we will make it global. So what you have to do is just simply go above here and write name, then URL, then phone number, then about, and I hope the error should be gone. Yeah, so now errors are solved. So I hope we are fetching this data here. Yeah, so now we are fetching. So okay, yeah, so I was right actually. We should use handler for avoiding the error, because see, for example, when you will open the show status activity, so it will take 1 or 2 seconds for the code to fetch the data of the user. Okay, but now the problem is the moment you will open this activity, so it will try to store the data, but now the data is not available. We are already fetching that data, it's in the process, in the way, so it will store the null values, and that will not be a good thing. So we will use handler. So we'll store the value just after 2 seconds. Fine. So handler equals to new handler, then semicolon, and write handler dot post delete new runnable, and I will pass the timing 2 seconds. Okay, so simply cut it from here and paste it here. Okay, so this time we will have this name, and then view model dot set time. It should be save date plus just bit gap, and then save time. Okay, so save date plus save time, time is saved, and then view model dot set URL, or we can also pass UID. It should be current user ID. Okay, do not save user ID, only store current user ID, and then view model dot set URL. It should be URL. Okay, or you can say yes, URL. So guys, after that simply write scene user list dot child, that should be current user ID. Okay, and then dot set value, which should be view model. Okay, semicolon. Now we are finally successfully storing the data inside this reference, which is scene user list. Okay guys, yeah. So now after that we will implement the code of fetching the view count. So simply open this view count method, and again we need to use handler. This time handler equals to new handler. It is just for avoiding the crashing, because sometimes we need the strings like user ID, name, okay, blah 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 stuff. So we just need 1 second for fetching this data from real-time database. So if I will not use handlers, it will cause crashing because it will say null pointer exception, and you are trying to pass a null argument which cannot be solved. So you might face these kind of errors. That's why it is recommended to use handlers for avoiding such crashes. Okay. So I hope you guys are understanding. Okay, so now simply write to view count reference dot add value event listener, then new value event listener. Okay, okay, okay. ये मानो तो है जहाँ से हमें चाहिए वहीं से है तो simply write integer and then view count then equals to integer and then write to snapshot. So simply write snapshot dot get children count, then semicolon. Okay, and then simply write story view TV, then dot set text, which should be string dot value of view count. Okay, so now we are simply storing the value of your users, how many users have seen your status. Okay, so this is the code that you have to implement for getting the view count. Okay, I hope you guys are able to understand. Now after that you have to open the view bs where we will fetch the list of users who have seen your story. Okay, so just simply first of all give the reference dialog.find by id r.id dot view count, or I have to open the show status because I forgot the IDs. It happens when you are using, when you have a lot of classes and lot of IDs, you cannot remember everything. I mean, in my case, I cannot. Maybe you guys can remember, but I just can't. So I will click on this reply TV status, and I need to get the ID of status count. Okay, so here we have this status count, but we are using it inside the bottom sheet, so we need the ID for bottom sheet. See, these are the silly mistakes that we do just because of confusion. I need the ID of this text view which we are using here. See, viewed by 0. So its ID is view by TV. So simply write view by TV, and then here see we are again having dialog dot find ID r dot id dot no views TV, no views yet TV. Okay, so yeah. Now last thing, recycler view. So write recycler view equals to dialog dot find view ID r dot id dot rv view bs then semicolon. Okay, and now almost everything is complete, I guess. No, not yet. So after that you have to write linear layout manager, then manager equals to new linear layout manager, and here you have to pass get parent. Okay, semicolon. You can also write show status dot java dot class, no problem, short status dot this, but I will write get parent, it's easy to type. Okay, then recycler view, and then you have to write is dot set layout manager pass manager, and then simply write recycler view dot set has fixed size and pass true. Okay, so now after that we will do one verification which should be, so first of all simply write view count tv dot set text, and the text should be quotation viewed by. Okay, and then plus simply write story view tv dot get text dot to string. Okay, yeah. Now after that we will do a validation that if story story view tv dot get text dot to string dot equals to 0, so what we will do is, so if it equals to 0, so we will do nothing, but else if it is not equals to 0, so we will make this no views yet tv dot set visibility simply gone. Okay, and then we will make the recycler view visible. Recycler view dot set visibility should be visible now, and then we will use the code of fetching data, which should be open the fragment 3 and copy the code from there. Any code where we are using the recycler view we can use for fetching it. Okay, so just simply go inside the on start method where we are fetching the data. So just copy it from here and till here, control plus C, and then open the show status and paste it here. And we have to do some minor changes, like from the beginning, this is list model, so pass view model, control plus C, then pass view model everywhere, and just make this reference view count ref. Okay, and just make it view model, then make it view bs, view bh, and the same view bh. Okay, and just simply remove this code. Okay, and make this one view bh, and make this one view model. Yep, and just comment this code for now. We will use it need it later. Okay, but for now you can comment it view bh, and pass here that view bh item, and pass view bh. Okay, so guys, our coding part is almost complete. Now after that, here you have to write is holder dot set user, write get application, and then model dot get name, model dot get url, model dot get time, model dot get uid, and then semicolon. So guys, almost coding part is complete. I hope we are not doing anything wrong. Yeah, everything is correct. Let me check. Yeah, the code is almost right. And open this one and make sure these IDs are correct, otherwise you guys will face problems like crashing. Okay, so that's why make sure these IDs should be correct. And now basically we are storing the data, we are fetching the data, and yeah, so that part of code is successfully implemented. So I hope you guys understood everything. Do is we will create an activity where user can see the profile of other users. Okay, for example, in the status view bottom sheet, when we click on the name of the user, so it will simply take to you to activity where you can see the profile of that user. Okay, simple. So now what we will do is I will simply open the layout part. Okay, and then, or sorry, first of all I will create a new activity. Simply click on this, an empty activity, and give it name, show profile, enter, and just wait for a minute until it is created. फिरता रहूं दर बदर, मिलता नहीं तेरा निशान, रुके जगह मेरा नहीं पता, सिया राम कह दिया है जो राह में मिले हैं हम तो हमारी मस्ती. So guys, now you can see that the activity is created successfully, and now I will do is just let it complete. Yeah, so now simply open this split part, and then you have to open the profile activity from here. Simply search for profile, and we need to copy some codes. It will make our work easy and short. Just let it initialize. Okay, now control plus A, control plus C, then open this show profile, and the control plus A, control plus V, just go very above and make it show profile. Okay guys, yes, and now it's okay. So guys, from here you have to delete this button, delete this button, and okay, fine. Now you have to open this show profile and also open the profile Java code. So from here we can copy the codes that we want. So simply click on this folding, collapse all, and we only need some code. So first of all, copy these variables. Okay, in this show profile. Yeah. Now open this and copy this reference also. Now simply control plus V. Okay guys, and then after that, it's just very easy to copy paste things. And then we need to do is copy this method get data and open this and simply paste it here, get data, and call this method get data. Okay, so guys, now for that we need the code for getting the UID. But before that we need to do the ID changes. Okay, so simply make it IV, and I will make it IVSP. Okay, SP means show profile, it is a short form, don't get confused. So now this time uname TV underscore SP. Okay, and then about TV underscore SP, and then phone TV underscore SP. Okay, now you have to change the IDs here, underscore SP, and just wait until it starts suggesting IVSP. Okay, and then underscore SP, then underscore SP, underscore SP, and we don't have these buttons, so simply remove them. Now click on this red bulb, enter, errors are solved. Okay guys, so now you have to create a string of name, just remove this. Okay, and just make it user ID. Okay, and simply write line of code which is user ID equals to get intent, then dot get string extra. Okay, and then here you have to pass UID and semicolon, and then open this get data method, and we will see that what exactly causing the error. Actually it is a button that we are using, and remove it. Okay, and same thing here in this else part, so you have to make it show profile. Okay guys, so now our coding part for this activity is successfully done. Okay, so now we have to pass user ID from the activity where we will come from. Okay, so simply open this show status. Okay guys, and this time when user will click on the name inside the bottom sheet, so simply open the view bottom sheet. Here we have it, here we are fetching the data. So as I told you the guys that we will need it later, so now we need this code. Okay, so simply do this, and instead of this you have to pass show status dot this, sorry, show status dot this. Okay guys, and then you have to pass user ID, it is a key, and then this is a value. Okay, so you have to pass this user ID. Okay guys, so you have to pass this value here, and then it will work pretty fine. Okay, so now you can see that we are passing the data from here. Okay, so this time when user will click on this name, so user will be able to see the profile of that user in the activity show profile. Okay, now guys you have to open the manifest, and you have to give the theme. Okay, which I am going to do now. So simply go above show profile and simply write theme, which should be the same as style theme design no action bar control plus C. Okay, then simply paste it here. So now we have given the theme. Now remove this. Okay, so guys, after that I will open the message activity where we are also going to implement this functionality of passing user ID for showing the user profile. Okay, so simply open message activity, and here we need to go inside the on create method, the very top. Yes, so now we have this name TV. Okay guys, so what you have to do is you have to simply write name TV, or we can copy the code from the show status. Simply copy it from here, control plus C, click on this, and then open this message activity and paste it here. Okay, and just make it, remove it, name TV. Okay, and just make it to message activity, so write message act. Okay, and then here you have to pass RUID. So this time when user will click on this username in the message activity, so they will be able to see the profile. Okay, And for the extra thing, if you want, we can also do this functionality with TV, okay, which should be IV image view, okay, and the image view ID we can check it by, yeah, IV message, fine. So these are the basic functionalities that will increase the user experience, or you can say improve the user experience, okay, because it is easy to see the profile of any XYZ user you are talking to, fine. Okay, so now these two are done. Now third thing is we will implement the feature of showing DP, okay. So for that, what we will do is you have to simply open fragment one and message activity. We will need these two classes, okay. Close this profile activity and fragment one for DP, yeah. So now we have this fragment one, fine guys. So after that I will create a layout file, very basic layout file. Just click on this and then new, or we can save time just by, so you just have to simply copy this file from here and then click on this, paste it and make it dp underscore show, dp underscore show, and then close this one and just wait until it is initializing. Okay guys, now you have to remove this button, remove this button, remove this edit text, and remove this linear layout and X progress bar, okay, and just make this wrap content and make it 400 dp. Okay guys, so now basically our layout file is created, okay. See, it is you can save your time just by copy pasting, that's right, okay. If you guys have not seen the tutorial, you can see the previous videos and then you will understand everything, okay. So now after that I will open this message activity where we are actually having the code of dialog, yeah, how we implement alert dialog. So I can copy that code here also, so it will save our time, fine. Those who came first time to this video should watch the previous tutorials first. I'm sorry, but please, you have to watch it, okay. So this time when user will click on the image view, okay, so what here we are going to do is you can see that this is a recycler options where we are fetching the list of chat list, I mean data of chat list reference, okay. So this time what you will do is here you have to increase the string, which should be UID, URL of user, not UID, equals to get item, and then simply pass position, then dot get URL, okay, and then semicolon. So now we have the URL. So we can do one thing is you can simply write down here is yeah, holder dot list iv dot set on click listener dot new dot view on click listener, okay, and then simply create method show dp, and then here pass that URL of user semicolon, and then create a method in the fragment one. Now we have the method, okay. So now after that what we have to do is simply open this message activity and copy these three lines from the top and then paste it here, and then just simply make it dp show, okay, and the id should be we can change the IDs, so it should be preview iv, or you can say dp underscore iv, okay guys. So you can give it to dp iv and then make this one get activity, okay. And now it is showing error. So why is it showing error? Click on this, now error is gone, fine. Okay, so the error is solved now. Why it is showing now? Yeah, so now the error is solved, okay. So open this message activity and we have to copy this line of code from here and then paste this fragment control plus v, okay, and pass this URL of user UID. Okay guys, so now you can see that our coding part is like complete. Get activity, yes. So now guys, when user will click on the DP, or you can say image in the fragment one, so they will be able to see the complete DP of the user, okay. And when user will click in the message activity, so they will see the profile, and when user will click on the in the bottom sheet of the view list, so again they will be able to see the profile. So guys, these are the small features which enhances the overall experience of an application, that how user will react by seeing these new features, okay.